If normal effort feels heavier than it should, your body may be forgetting how to deal with discomfort. And when that happens, everything starts feeling harder than it really is. The cold feels sharper. The walk feels longer. The set starts burning and your body wants out almost immediately. Not because life suddenly got harder, because your body is getting worse at staying with discomfort. And once the body starts pulling back too early, the mind quietly begins doing the same. That is the part most people miss. They think they lost motivation, or discipline, or mental toughness. But often something more physical happened first. The body stopped practicing contact with difficulty. That matters because discipline is not built only in thought. It is built in contact. Contact with tension, contact with friction, contact with the moment your system wants relief and you stay anyway. That is where the body learns a crucial lesson. This is uncomfortable, but it is not dangerous. If that lesson is repeated, capacity grows. If it disappears, capacity shrinks. This is what modern comfort is quietly doing. It is lowering the body's threshold for ordinary difficulty. And once that threshold drops, life starts feeling harder than it really is. Not because the world became unbearable, because your system became less able to remain in contact with what is unpleasant. The body adapts with brutal honesty. Give it constant relief and it learns to expect relief. Give it endless convenience, and inconvenience starts feeling offensive. Give it immediate escape from boredom, strain, silence, and effort, and soon normal resistance starts feeling like something is wrong. This happens in small moments. You stop the set the second it turns ugly. You slow down before the body has truly reached its edge. You interrupt the walk. You reach for comfort before effort has had time to settle in. Nothing there looks dramatic. That is why it is dangerous. That is when the damage starts spreading upward. The body recoils first. Then the mind starts building language around that recoil. You stop saying, "Stay with it." You start saying, "Maybe now isn't the right time." You stop saying, "This is part of it." You start saying, "I need to feel better first." You stop saying, "Keep going." You start saying, "I'll come back later." This is how physical softness turns into psychological weakness, because the body keeps teaching the mind what level of discomfort is acceptable. If the body exits quickly, the mind starts expecting quick exit too. Then suddenly the problem is everywhere. Your focus gets thinner. Your patience gets weaker. Your work feels heavier. Small resistance creates oversized reactions. Your inner voice loses weight because your whole system is learning the same lesson. We leave when things stop feeling good. That is why physical discipline matters. Not because everyone needs to become extreme. Not because pain is sacred. Not because hard things matter simply for being hard. It matters because the body needs regular proof that it can remain under pressure without collapsing into escape. A hill, a hard set, a fast walk when you would rather sit. The final minutes of effort when comfort starts making its argument. These are not just workouts. They are threshold training. They remind the body, I can stay here. I can continue. I do not need immediate relief in order to be safe. Because once the body stops reacting to ordinary discomfort like an emergency, the mind becomes less dramatic too. You negotiate less. You flinch less. You stop treating every hard moment like a sign that something is wrong. Comfort is not neutral. Some comfort restores you. Some comfort trains you to break earlier. Rest is good. Recovery is necessary. But chronic softness is not recovery. It is training. And if you keep calling every form of relief balance, you can spend years rehearsing weakness while thinking you are taking care of yourself. The body always learns the pattern. Expose it to resistance, and it grows more capable of resistance. Expose it to immediate relief, and relief becomes its language. Then life starts feeling strangely heavy. Not because life changed, because your body became less trustworthy under pressure. You need to stop letting the body forget. That means choosing small, real forms of resistance on purpose. Finish the walk. Stay for the last reps. Hold the pace when the mind starts bargaining. Stand in the cold a little longer than comfort wants. Not to prove that you are hard, to prove that you can stay. Because every time you stay instead of shrinking, the threshold shifts. Tolerance grows, recoil weakens, authority returns. And once that happens, discipline stops feeling like a speech in your head. It starts feeling physical, more stable, more believable, less like self-talk and more like command. This is why body-first discipline is so powerful. The body tells the truth faster than the mind ever will. You either remained in contact with resistance or you left. You either finished the interval or softened it. You either stayed under pressure or escaped the second it became inconvenient. That honesty is useful, because from that honesty you can rebuild something real. Not image, not performance, not aesthetic discipline. Real command. The kind that begins in the body and then changes how the mind responds to everything else. And when the body starts trusting its ability to endure ordinary difficulty again, you feel it everywhere. Work becomes less dramatic. Focus becomes less fragile. Discomfort stops sounding like disaster. Your inner voice gets heavier because your system finally has evidence that it does not fold the moment something feels bad. So if normal effort has started feeling strangely offensive, stop asking only what happened to your motivation. Ask what your body has been practicing. Has it been practicing contact with resistance or escape from it? Has it been building tolerance or dissolving it? Has it been learning steadiness or rehearsing retreat? Because that is where discipline starts living or dying, in the body's relationship with hard things. And if that relationship has weakened, that is where the rebuild begins too. Not with punishment, not with ego, not with trying to become a machine, with honest resistance. Enough to remind the body that discomfort is not danger. Enough to remind the mind that effort is not an emergency. Because if the body forgets how to do hard things, the mind eventually starts arranging your whole life around that forgetting. So train the deeper thing. Not just strength, not just discipline as an idea. Train your ability to remain in contact with what is difficult. Because the moment your body remembers that it can stay, your mind stops running so quickly. And that is when real discipline starts coming back. If this inspired you, give it a like, subscribe for weekly wisdom, and share your thoughts below to grow the inner strength community.